Hello everyone, today's my first real video chess lecture and I'm going to show you a game by Paul Morphy that was played in 1858 against the Duke of Brunswick and Count Isouard during a Paris opera performance of the Barber of Seville. Morphy is very well known to the chess world as being more of an attacking flair style type player. You'll see that from this game. Now Morphy came from New Orleans, and over his time in Europe he defeated many strong chess players, and he was regarded as the world's best chess player by many European players, and today he's still often very highly regarded. I think Fischer even noted he was probably up there with Capablanca. This game started off with a traditional move e4, then came e5 from black. Morphy played knight f3, with which black responded d6. When Morphy played d4. Now this is a Philidor position, and today it's not renowned for being a sound opening. Mainly because the knight on f3 and the bishop on when it comes to c4 can cause black some atrocious problems. Today rather, people play d6 and d4 followed by knight f6. And then forcing white to play knight c3. So we don't get the knight on f3, which is the improved variation because now black can play e5. Instead in the game, black played a dumb move, a stupid move actually. Bishop g4, it's not very good at all. And Morphy straightaway took advantage of this by playing d takes e5. Now, black is forced to take the knight on f3. Otherwise, there follows d takes e5, queen takes d8, king takes d8, and knight takes e5. And white just wins a pawn. So clearly black does not want to do this. In the recent book, the Philidor Files, Christian Bauer recommends playing knight to d7 maybe. However, it's still not, after the variation that he gives, e takes d6, bishop takes d6, knight to c3, knight gf6, bishop e2, and then followed by some other play, queen e7, knight d4, takes. We can just see that white is a clear pawn up. I mean, is this very good for black? No. It's better than what happened in the game though. So, black is forced to take on f3. The queen takes f3, d takes e5. And now Morphy plays an aggressive move, bishop c4. The reason why Morphy's moves are so good is because he forces black to take action against white's moves. He's focusing too much on the attention of white's plan rather than focusing on his own plan. And this is where the idea of the initiative comes in. Black is forced to play knight f6, but then follows queen b3, attacking both f7 and b7 at the same time. Black has got some serious defending to do, and we can see that the initiative is still with white. It's impossible to defend both pawns at the same time, so black has to choose. And the most obvious one to save is the f7 pawn, and this is why black decides to play queen to e7. Defending the f7 pawn and stopping the king from coming under a major attack. Now white can just sell out and just take on b7, winning the pawn of course. But that's not Morphy's style. If white did that, then follows queen b4, queen takes, bishop takes, and maybe c3. And now the queens are swapped off. White is a pawn up, but it's in a stale and just stagnant position. White really wants to keep the queens on. There is far more attacking potential with the queens on, and if Morphy had swapped the queens off, we probably wouldn't be analysing this game now. After swapping the queens, playing c3, bishop e7 and f3, white is winning, but it's too typical and it's not in Morphy's style. I think Morphy could sense that a sweet victory was approaching, that's why he decided to play knight to c3, which threatens to go into the b5 and d5 squares, putting black's position under even more strain. That's exactly why he decides to play c6. c6 not only stops the knight from jumping in, but also protects the b7 pawn. Now I was probably thinking here, how can I develop and attack black at the same time? And of course, this is answered by bishop to g5, pinning the knight. You may ask what bishop to g5 threatens. However, white is just simply improving his position, grandmasters often ask themselves, where are the best position for my pieces? And by doing so, they put their pieces in brilliant attacking positions where they all collaborate together. I remember thinking as a junior player, so what? What's the use of putting my pieces in brilliant positions? Over the years I've realised moving your pieces into good squares takes away squares from your opponent, and they eventually get squashed, run out of good moves, and this is where the attacking chances come. And possibly this is the difference between master players and beginner players. Now, Queen c7 didn't happen in the game, but I was thinking about it. It seems a more logical move than what was played in the game, but I think after white simply castles queenside, the computer started giving b5 as the only decent move for black. It seems black is forced to lash out because there is so much attacking potential for white. However, b5 does not solve this problem. The computer just gives a sweet variation where bishop takes b5, c takes b5, queen takes b5, queen c6 and queen takes e5. Where after queen e6, white is just 3 pawns up for the piece. And look at black's king position. It's undeveloped and exposed. A normal move like knight bd7 just succumbs to moves like knight d5. And black is in a lot of trouble. He cannot take that knight off because then the e-file is open. And white has so much attacking chances. Instead of playing queen c7, black clashes out with this shocking move b5. I bet Morphy's eyes lit up when seeing this move, as it was noted he wanted to finish the game quickly so he could finish watching the opera. I think we can all agree that the b5 move looks dodgy. Black's development isn't very good. The bishop on f8 is blocked in, the queen side is not very well developed, and the queen and king are in awkward positions. So this b5 move should not work, and Morphy takes full advantage of this. He blows his opponents away by playing the move knight takes b5, sacrificing his knight and exploiting the king's weaknesses. C takes b5, bishop takes b5 check, knight bd7 is pretty much forced because black will not want to put his king on the d file. I think the beauty lies in this game because it's not forced play, it's clever play. Can you see how Morphy followed up with this move? He castles queenside, adding another attacker into the position. The rook on the d file is an absolute monster. It helps contribute the attack. The bishop on g5 pins the queen. The bishop on b5 pins the other knight to the king. Everything's attacked, and now taking on d7 is a major threat. Castling queenside is also a further example of both development and attacking at the same time. Black is forced to play rook to d8, but even this succumbs to a nice tactic from Morphy. He plays rook takes d7. The rook is forced to take back, but there's still a pin on d7, and Morphy takes full advantage of this by playing rook to d1. We notice that all white's pieces are doing something, whereas black's bishop on f8 and rook on h8 are totally out of the game. White is essentially a piece up in this position. Black tries to bring his pieces out by playing queen e6, but it's too little too late. Morphy smashes in when bishop takes d7 check, forcing the knight to take. Morphy then follows up with a delicious little tactic, queen to b8 check. The knight is forced to take it, and then there follows rook to d8 checkmate, where white has used all his pieces effectively. And even though he's only got 2 pieces left, checkmate wins the game. And we can see that black's pieces are no help to him at all. Although this position started off with a chump move bishop to g4, we can see why Morphy was hailed as one of the best players in the world. His attacking play, along with keeping the initiative whilst developing pieces, was why he managed to win a load of games. Needless to say, this quick attacking hack type play got him the reputation as one of the best players in the world. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully I'll do more soon, so please give me a like or comment if you enjoyed this video, and I'll try and do more in the future. Thank you.